across the New England states with regards to these little independent churches. And really, that's what separatists were. I think way back to the Pilgrims that came over, they were separatists. They didn't want to be ran by the state. They wanted to organize their own little gatherings and control and organize how they were going to let go. I'm in New Hampshire, and all across these states in particular, there's architecture like this that you'll see, these little churches. Sometimes big churches, some of the oldest churches in the United States have this type of appearance to them as we get closer into Concord and some of the other ones like that. So the question is, this movemental shift. I just made up a word. The challenge is the movemental shift to be independent. Yeah, I think of Joshua, as for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord. But there's something to be said about we get so independent minded that we disconnect, we separatists. We get so independent minded that we forget that we're to be dependent on Him, that is Jesus, and interdependent on the body. And not only the body locally, but regionally and tribally, the body, and if I could say it, the universal church altogether, made up of many tribes and nations. So in our separation, and this is going to challenge each one of us as we go to college, and you get into job situations, and other people go to different churches. How do you treat them? How do you love your neighbor that might go to a different church, that has a little different theology, that has a huge different theology? And what are those core beliefs that hold you together? So thinking about the separatists, some of those challenges even personally is that, and Phil needs to check himself sometimes when I'm being so separated from not only other churches but also the world, because God calls us to live in the world, be in the world but not of it. And so icons like this all over America stand out, stained glass windows. But part of the separatist movement was to be so separated. What was it? What did it look like in community? What did it look like all together? That's part of the shifting, the movemental shift is our challenge here. Beautiful architecture. Lots of them have these clocks, and got the columns going, and the stained glass windows. New Hampshire, shout out to New Hampshire. They got them all over the place. All these little towns sprinkled with them. Movemental shift.